Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jamesia Capri, the nurse practitioner extraordinaire, and today I want to talk to you about female hygiene over the age of 45. If you're interested in that, stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jamesia Capri, the nurse practitioner extraordinaire. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're already subscribed, welcome back. If you are interested in hygiene over the age of 50, 45, 50, 45, I said 45. Anyway, you know where I'm going. I want to talk about that in this video. And so this video actually was inspired by a talk I did on Sunday with teenage women and into their early 20s. And I thought about it and I was like, you know, that's really kind of the same type of hormonal changes that are happening to us as women. So I wanted to take some time to talk about hygiene in the woman over 45 due to hormonal changes, due to aging, all of those things, and give you some tips on how to manage that. Because I don't know that we're actually thinking about it like we should. So of course I'm here to talk to you about it. All right, so hygiene is so very, very important at this age. And the reason why I say that is because the lack of estrogen in our system that's going down, it causes us to have more body odor. It causes us to sweat more, which produces body odor, which produces the foods we eat to come through our skin, in our body, in our vaginas. So we want to make sure that we're paying attention to the foods that we eat. So let's just start there with the foods we eat and how our body odor is changing because of the foods we're eating and because we're sweating more. So please pay attention to the amount of garlic that you're eating, the amount of onions you're eating, Brussels sprouts, asparagus. Very cruciferous vegetables cause your sweat to have an odoriferous odor. Odoriferous odor that's not very good. It's nasty, and it's something that is a little bit different with each person's body chemistry. But just pay attention to that, especially if you are out here dating or if you have a mate and you're trying to be cute, because that's not cute. So body odor. So make sure that you are increasing your water, increasing your citrus fruits, increasing your strawberries, pineapples, anything with acid, lemon in your water, lime, to bring those things down, okay, to make you a little bit more alkaline. Also, apple cider vinegar is good as well. So that's good. So that's that. Pay close attention to your mouth, your oral care, because at this age, your gums are starting to change and recede. You have some mouth problems, caries, dental cavities, things like that, that you need to make sure that you're paying attention to. Make sure you're flossing. Make sure you're getting the food out from in between your teeth, because if you're not, it's sitting there and it's causing odor, along with the foods that you're not, the foods that you're taking in that cause that odoriferous smell coming out of your mouth. And pay attention to your bowel movements. Make sure that you're getting enough fiber, enough water, and enough movement so that you can have bowel movements, because that also affects how your breath smells. And make sure you're brushing your tongue. I know I don't have to tell all of you this, but it's just a reminder, okay? Just a reminder. So make sure you're paying attention to that. Another thing that we don't pay that much attention to that we should is our ears. That smell behind your ears is not cute, It's not cute. But the smell behind my ears is not cute. So make sure that on the daily basis, when you are washing your face and you're in the shower, whatever, wherever you're washing, that you're washing behind your ears, in your ears, and also taking out your earrings weekly and cleaning that off, because that produces a smell. So make sure you're doing that, okay? I know y'all are doing it. I'm just telling for the ones who aren't doing it. That aren't as good as y'all. So that too. So pay attention to your ears. Nobody wants to be all up and around your ears when they're crusty and they don't smell good. Okay? All right, so pay attention to your ears. Now we want to go to the underarms. Your underarms, the smell and the perspiration and sweat that happens at this age is increased. So make sure that you're using a deodorant that works for you. And you may have to go through several different deodorants. The deodorant that worked before is not the deodorant that's going to work now at this age. So you have to make sure. For myself, I actually had to change to just a stronger deodorant, because I was like, why am I stinking? Why am I smelling? I know I am fresh. I know I have on deodorant, all these things, but my hormones, I just am more like sweating more. So I had to change. Right now, I want to say, oh my God, it's degree 24, 48 hour that I'm using. Anyway, it's degree. That's what I'm using. That's what I changed to. I used to be on Swab. I used to be on Secret, Dove. That doesn't work for me anymore. So I had to change. So it gives me more coverage, okay? Also, ladies, if you're still bleeding, if you're still having a cycle, make sure you are changing your tampon more often. Even if your flow is not flowing like it used to, still, every 3 to 4 hours, you should be changing your tampon. You should be changing your pads, making sure that that area is right. If you are smelling you, somebody else is probably smelling you. So I suggest that when you have a cycle or you're having your extra, I don't know, discharge or anything that might be going on down there, that you carry with you additional tampons, additional pads, and wipes. Female wipes or baby wipes. I particularly prefer baby wipes because the formula is so good, and you can hit your underarms and you can hit, you know, her down there, and make sure that you're good to go. And make sure you're prepared. Also, it doesn't hurt to carry an extra pair of cotton underwear. So if something happens, you have that with you. Of course, you all know all this. So I'm just reiterating. All right, that as well. Okay, the other thing that I want to talk to you about is your feet. Wash your feet and wash in between your toes. I know that I'm probably just kind of cracking some of you guys up, but for whatever reason, during this time, as we get older, our feet are doing something different. So make sure you are paying attention to your feet, and you are drying in between your toes, and you are trimming your toenails down, and you're paying very close attention to the smell of your feet. You're actually scrubbing. Even get some pumice stone to soften your calluses, your feet. That will help scrub off some of that bacteria and dirt as well. Also be paying very attention to the actual pumice stone, and make sure you're sanitizing that too, okay? So no bacteria or yeast or anything is setting up on that. And make sure you're staying dry on your feet and your toes, okay? The next thing I want to talk about is underneath your breast and in between the folds of your body. Some of us have some additional folds, and some of us have breasts that carry over, and it's a breeding ground for bacteria and yeast. Make sure that you're checking throughout the day, that you're just patting that dry and making sure you're staying fresh and dry. Sometimes in the summer, if it's too hot and you find that you're not able to stay dry under there, they do have some body deodorants that you can, or antiperspirants that you can use underneath your breast and in the folds of your body and in between your thighs, not just in between your thighs, so that it keeps down the friction and it keeps down the moisture. Okay, so those are tips for that. And then lastly, I'll talk about our vaginas during this time. So during this time, at the age of 45 to and over, there are some changes happening there. There's some changing in the vascularity. There's changes in the moisture. There's changes in the smell. There's changes happening there. Please pay attention to that and make sure that you're, again, drinking cranberry juice, drinking lots of water, taking a probiotic, making sure that you're taking care of your vaginal health, making sure that you're paying attention that when your discharge changes color or it changes consistency, that you're checking in with your healthcare provider, and that you're making sure you're intaking the certain different amounts of foods, different types of food that will help keep your vagina healthy. Those foods are yogurt, no flavoring, no sugar added. Yogurt with live cultures, make sure that it has that on there. Making sure you're taking a probiotic. Also, fermented foods, eating fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, pickles, things like that, the fermented food that will help with your vaginal health. Fresh fruits, vegetables, greens, that will help with your vaginal health. Making sure you're wiping from front to back, all of those things which you already know, and making sure you keep her dry as much as possible. If you're dry on the inside and you're noticing some dryness, add a moisturizer, a vaginal moisturizer like Le Plens, and I did a whole video on it. Watch that video. I want to say Luna, no, that's not what it's called. Anyway, I'll put it in the description below. But a moisturizer. You can also take a lubricant, which is totally different from a moisturizer. But you can use a lubricant that is a water-based lubricant to help you with that dryness, because when we get dry in our vagina, that's also an opportunity for bacteria to set up and take over your vagina. And you'll notice that you're having more bacterial vaginosis, you're having painful sex, and all that stuff that you really don't want to deal with, okay? I do think that is all that I wanted to oh yeah, also make sure that when you're showering, you are taking care of your bottom, taking care of getting in between the folds there, and making sure that you're wiping and getting all of the debris out, and you're being very, very hygienically appropriate when you're washing your whole body. And don't put scented soaps in your vagina either, because it changes the bacteria amount that's in there. It changes the pH. And that's not helpful either, because our vaginas are self-cleaning organs. So don't put anything in there, but you can do the outside, and that's safe. I think I've covered everything. So that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like the video if you like it. Leave me some comments. What would you like to know about hygiene at this age? Because it does change, you guys. Oh, okay, one more thing. Bathing. Ooh, make sure you're bathing on a daily basis. I suggest that if you're only bathing once a day, which is totally fine, then I suggest you do it in the morning, because at night you've been sweating, you've been you just need to be fresh for the day. That's my suggestion. Do what you want. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. But anyway, that's my suggestion. Thank you all for being here. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Watch some of my videos. Take care, guys. Have a good one.